Hi, everybody. It's me, Karen Holton, and I have another podcast for you today. And as you know, that I've been working on many different kinds of videos and podcasts to help you in these really difficult times. And so I'm interviewing awakened masters on the Quantum Guide Show. If you haven't seen the Quantum Guide Show, please do check out my YouTube or my Odyssey channels to find all of the episodes. And I am also, if not now, but soon, going to be part of the Forbidden Knowledge News Network with Chris Matthew and Corey Hughes. Thank goodness they're arranging to have everything imported onto their website, which is forbiddenknowledge.news. And you'll be able to catch up with all my uncensored content once it's up and running then. But today I want to talk about the therapeutic bath. Those of you who've listened to quite a few of my podcasts know that I'm a big fan of the therapeutic bath. Now, why would you want to take a therapeutic bath? I'll tell you. It's because it's very good for your physical body, for your mental body, for your light body, and also for your spiritual body. You can't lose with a therapeutic bath. And right now, people are having a lot of stress and a lot of health issues and a lot of things going on. And so I'm here to offer you some things that I do that help me a lot. And I'm hoping that they will help you a lot too. So the therapeutic bath can be taken at any time of day. You will need a bathtub, and you will need access to hot water. And that is about it for the basic equipment. And of course, preferably with no clothes on, also added to the bath. So this is how I affectionately call this Karen soup, because it's a salty bath. The reason you want a salty bath, and I'm going to get into with some illustrations later on in this podcast to show you how energy works with crystals, orgone generators, and within the body, how crystals can help you to heal. I want to point out a book that I'm going to be quoting from. There we are, The Crystal Healer. Well, anyway, it's called The Crystal Healer. It's by Philip Permut, and crystal prescriptions that will change your life forever. So I've been learning about crystals and orgone generators for quite a while, and I'm very happy to be able to bring this information to you today. So when you're running your bath, you want it to be very warm, to the point that when you get in, you kind of get in slowly, and it will eventually turn you kind of pink. So you want the water to be hot, but not scalding. Okay, you don't want it to be somewhat painful as you're submersing yourself slowly. And you want it to just sort of envelope you in a very, it can be a fairly intense sensation, but it shouldn't be shocking or painful or extremely uncomfortable. So that's sort of, you can figure it out as to what your body likes and what you like when it comes to the temperature of your bath. So that's the first thing, is the bath. Now, I'm hoping I'll be able to show you this because I am using a green screen. I like to use green screens for my background. Now, I'm not hiding anything. The room I'm in is sort of small. It's a little kind of a studio office. There's nothing I'm hiding. It's just that I like to present, my videos as sort of interesting. So that's why I use a green screen. So we'll try this. So this is just Kirkland sea salt, or you can also get Himalayan rock salt very inexpensively from Costco. So how much do you put in? That's up to you. Now, I may put in, depending on how achy breaky I'm feeling or how much spiritual dryness I'm having or physical pain, I would add definitely more. So I'm going to suggest a cup, but you could use more and you certainly could use less. That would be up to you and your comfort. So the other thing that you want to use, oh, this thing's big. I get this also at Costco. This is just Epsom salts, just a great big container of Epsom salts. And I dump a bunch of that into my bath water. Now, why would I add all these salts? Well, first of all, they're chock full of minerals that your body will absorb through your skin. As you know from my various detoxification podcasts, we absorb a lot of what's put onto our skin. People don't realize that. And so when they're using all that toxic hand sanitizer and chemicals that they can't even pronounce that are in their shampoo and their body wash and things like that, what's happening is they're not aware that they're actually absorbing that toxic stuff into their body and into their system, but 20% is flowing through the skin. It's constantly taking in things it needs, and it's detoxing through your skin as well. So that's one reason why you want to have a salty bath. The other reason why you want to have a salty bath is because the salt causes the water to be very superconducting of energy. And when you're in the bathtub, your plumbing is grounded to the earth. So when you get into a salty bath, you're actually grounding yourself to the earth, and you're also becoming very electrically energized. So what that means is we become like a battery once we're sitting in a salty bath. And what this can do is certainly relax the body, help us to be open to spiritual messages. It's very calming and soothing to the body, to the mind, but it's also very calm and soothing to the body because you are absorbing minerals that you may need. Most of us are quite mineral deficient. So the next thing I want to say that I add to my bath is some essential oils. I've just got 3. The thing that you want to look for is that they're non-toxic, and not just say non-toxic. They need to be organic. They need to be wild crafted, organic. They need to be pure and clear and clean so that they can actually help you. So this one here is called Zen Meditation. It's got rosemary and orange and ginger and different things. And I just put in as much as you want. Don't put in too much because it's fairly strong, and you will be absorbing it into your body, but onto, through your skin, but also you'll be taking it, the aroma up into your nose, which passes your blood-brain barrier, goes into your brain. So it's actually going to be very, very soothing to your whole body, your mind, and your soul. And another one that I really like by the same company, this is Divine Essence. This is called Anti-Stress. And it's got lavender, and it's got grapefruit and lemon and different wonderful things in there. That's why I call it making Karen soup. So you just dump a little bit of that in there, depending on how much you want. It's extremely relaxing. And then another one of my favorites, this is by Neza Naturals. And this is frankincense. And I got to tell you, frankincense is really, really one of my favorites. Now, another thing you can add to your salty bath, which I really like to add, is crystals and orgone generators. Now, I don't recommend that you put big geodes and things into your bath, and I don't recommend that you put orgone generators that are pyramids or have pointy edges, or jewelry like pendants or anything like that. I recommend that you just use what I'm going to show you next. So I have a little basket here. I keep that, on the edge of the tub. And then sometimes I know exactly which crystals I want, because the crystals have healing medicinal properties. Each one is different, corresponds to a different chakra. It supports your energy system, but it also helps your physical body. So I'm first going to go through some of my crystals here and show you what I have. Sometimes I choose them specifically for what I feel I need. If I'm feeling a bit down, or I'm feeling a bit anxious, or I'm feeling like I want to get in touch with my higher guides, that would be what I would choose different crystals. So, and I like to have crystals that have symbols on them, because the symbols also will affect the structure of the water. So for those of you that are familiar with Dr. Emoto, if you aren't, please do Dr. Amasu Emoto on the internet. He had his website still up. Sadly, he's passed away a few years ago, but his website's still up. And you can learn all about the experiments he did, where he subjected just jars or glasses of water to different words, and it didn't seem to matter which language those words were in. It affected the crystalline structure of the water. What he would do afterwards, he would freeze it, and then he'd just take off a tiny crystal and he'd take a picture of it. All the pictures of the crystals and the way the water was restructured in response to the different words. He also did these experiments with plants. He also did these experiments with music. And since all things are energetic, all things boil down to producing an energy signature. So the symbols on these correspond to the chakra systems. I think that's Ayurvedic healing, and they do affect the structure of the water. But the crystal itself also will affect the structure of the water, and each crystal supports a different chakra. So this is the crown chakra symbol, and you can place it on your crown, but you can also just put it in your water if you want to improve the vitality of that chakra. So that's pretty cool. So I also have no, that's not it. I think this is the right one, third eye chakra. I have the one that's for the throat chakra. I have some beautiful jade crystals for the heart chakra. And where am I? Yellow. Okay, for the solar plexus chakra. For the sacral chakra, and then of course red jasper is for the your root chakra. So all of these will influence the microscopic components or the arrangement of electrons and God knows what, especially when you go down into the quantum physics realm, they will very much affect the water and have a healing effect on your body. Now I really like these. I have these in two sizes. This is just a smooth, very ideal for going into the tub, just crystal. That's all this is. And it's got the symbol engraved on it and some gold tone put on there so it shows up. Now I also have a set, and I'm going to go in reverse order this time, that are orgone generators. And they have, of course, the symbols. This is for the root chakra. Inside is the same red jasper. Well, not the exact same. I mean, it's probably from a different source, but same crystal with the same effect inside. And they're encased in an organic resin. And what happens is, how this is different from this. Okay, this is a crystal, and it will, it has a vibration, it has an energy signature that will affect the water. Now, this is an orgone generator. And how is that different? Well, once the crystals are encased in this matrix of little metal bits, I don't know if you can see them, little metal bits, usually copper, and the red jasper. Once it's encased in this organic resin, as the resin cures, it shrinks and puts pressure on the crystals. So do some research for yourself. Look up piezoelectric. Piezoelectric is what happens to crystals when they're under pressure. Their endpoints become polarized, and they start to emit not just the frequency of the crystal, but they're also drawing from 0 point energy and bringing spiritual energy also to your bath water, to your tub, and to your body. So I know they're very, very cool. And I've got oodles on my website, so please do check them out. And then going from there, I'll just show you, I'm going to show you some pictures later on and talk a little bit about the individual crystals. So maybe I won't talk too much about that right now, but I will show you the beautiful sacral chakra. orgone generator. These are really safe to have in the tub. Now, if you had an empty tub and you threw them in hard, they might crack and break, but as long as they're just floating around in there with you or sitting on the bottom of your tub, they're going to do the trick. So this is for the sacral, solar plexus. This one has yellow aventurine. I have heart chakra and throat chakra. This is turquoise, one of my favorite colors. Nice and smooth. They go in the bath. Third eye is lapis lazuli. And of course, crown again is amethyst. It's a very, very, very powerful vibration for your crown chakra. So that's the little crystals that I just wanted to quickly show you. And sometimes what I do is I call it the lottery, where I just get into the tub and I go, okay, I don't know which ones to pick. And I just reach in and I just pick 2, 3, 4, whatever I feel I need and put them in the tub with me. So they might be crystals and orgone generators, or just crystals, or just orgone. And I don't even know what chakra. It's kind of cool how I just happen to choose what I feel that I really need in that moment. So now I'm going to go and show you some pictures of some of the other products that go really, really well with the bath, and what the crystal components are, and also just so that you can see that I have quite a few that are geared towards the bath. Now you can also use these under your pillow. You can line them up where your chakras would be. If you were lying on your bed, you can line them up either underneath your bed or below under your mattress. You can carry them in your pocket. You can use them for so many things. And even though they're small and smooth, they're still mighty, and they still provide a lot of amazing physical, emotional, light body, and spiritual energy. So I really recommend that you check them out. Okay, so now I want to just show you some images of some of my products that are available on my website. But before I do that, I think I'll delve a little bit into how orgone generators actually work. So from a physical or a spiritual perspective, the crown chakra, I already showed you the symbol. I'll show you the symbol again here. Generally is represented by the color purple or white. It's located at the top of your head. Its function is enlightenment, divine wisdom, consciousness, and the areas of the body that it's good for is the entire mind and the body, the brain, the pituitary gland, and the nervous system. So the third eye, which is indigo, is the center of the forehead. It governs intuition, perception, and wisdom. And it also helps with health in the forehead and the temples, the eyes, and the pineal gland. Then there's the throat chakra, which is represented by the color blue. And it is found in the center of your throat. It governs communication, self-expression, desire for truth. And it also helps with your throat, your neck, your shoulders, your respiratory system, and your thyroid. Then there's your heart chakra, which is usually represented by green or pink. It's found in the center of your chest. It governs compassion, love, harmony, and it also helps with your heart, your lungs, your arms, and your hands. Then there's the solar plexus, which is yellow. It's found just above your navel. It governs energy distribution, personal power, and motivation. And it also helps with your muscular system, your digestive system, your liver, your stomach, your adrenal glands. And then, of course, there is the sacral or orange chakra, which is found just below your navel. It governs emotionality, sexuality, and creativity. And it helps with your reproductive system, your sexual organs, and your circulatory system. And finally, at the bottom, we have the root chakra, which is represented by red, and it is found at the base of your spine. It governs survival, stability, security, and it also helps with your bones, your bladder, your elimination system, your legs, and your feet. So that is, in practical terms, what the different crystals and orgone generators can assist you with when it comes to your health. So then I want to talk a bit about EMF. Now, EMF is something that surrounds all of us. We're constantly inundated in it. And what it stands for is electromagnetic frequencies. So everything we're surrounded by, including our neighbors, including even our section of the city, including our homes, everything that is electrical, whether it's plugged into the wall, whether it runs wirelessly, it doesn't matter. They all produce huge amounts of EMF, which, because these were only invented in the last 50 or so years, well, okay, if you take all your electrical appliances, it could be the last 100 years. Our bodies have never been given a chance to adapt, to cope. Our bodies don't really know what to do with the electromagnetic frequencies, and it puts a lot of stress on the body. And so that is something that we need help with. Now, orgone generators do not cure that problem. I want to be clear, they are not scientifically proven to cure this problem, but what they will do is absorb the electromagnetic frequencies and retune them into the frequency of the crystals. So some of that harmful information or electrical pulses are actually absorbed and retuned. So it does help. Now, the shungite orgone generators that I have, they do absorb the electromagnetic frequencies. So does black tourmaline, so does obsidian. Any of the black stones will absorb and retune electromagnetic frequencies, and also clear quartz. So those are powerful allies, and I have oodles of it all over my place because I just noticed such a difference. And they definitely do have an effect on mood, how well you sleep, digestion, everything. So I can't make medical claims here. I won't make medical claims here. Do the research and find out for yourself. You might be quite surprised. So I have here a couple of images that are of how the shape of a pyramid, because shapes also affect the energy distribution. So you'll notice that a lot of my orgone generators are in the shape of a pyramid. And here's some images that show you how the pyramid shape itself absorbs energy, changes energy, concentrates energy, and shoots energy out the top. It has a direct effect on your whole environment. Now, when you place quite a few of these in a grid-like fashion around your home, what happens is they become exponentially stronger and more beneficial. So I wanted you to know about that. So there's another reason why you would want to have orgone generators in your bath. Now, they may not be pyramid shaped, and hopefully not, because you don't want pokey sharp edges in your tub, but even the discs and the butterflies and the other shapes, they all do a similar thing. And here you can see actually how they work. So from there, I want to talk a bit about some of the other discs that I also offer. Well, maybe I'll start with the crystals because that's shorter. So the crystals that I have 3 sets of crystals. One set of crystals just comes with the crystals that are similar to the ones that I showed you at the beginning of this video. But I also have 2 sets that are boxed sets. One of them has the chakra symbols, and the other one has like a meditating person with the chakras on the front. And when you open it up, the crystals are nicely nestled inside the presentation box. They each have their little cubby where you can store them, and it keeps them from getting broken, or you can just keep them in any place as an attractive addition to your decor. So I have 3 different kinds that are still available on the website. So those are ideal, not the boxes, but the crystals themselves are ideal for taking into the bath. So now I want to talk a bit about the orgone generators. So I already showed you these orgone generators, but here's some pictures that are a little bit close up that will really show you how beautiful they are. And again, they're color coded, color coordinated and each of them has the stones, the crystals within that have the properties to support that area of your health. So the crown right down to the root is all represented by these discs, and they come in a beautiful black velveteen pouch, and you can just take them out and use them whenever you want, however you want. They're really, really quite spectacular. They even look really pretty in a dish near a plant, or, you can use them for decoration. All orgone generators work all the time, 24/7. They don't need a power supply. They're self-driven. So use them as much as you can around your home. And the other discs I want to show you are the ones with the shungite. Now, shungite is a very powerful absorber of electromagnetic frequencies and other negative energies. Black tourmaline will do the same, obsidian, any of the black stones, but none of them equal shungite. You see, shungite is made from molten rock. So is obsidian. So you might say, what's the difference? Well, obsidian is more of a pure form of rock that gets superheated and it turns it into like glass. But shungite has a mixture of the rock material that comes out of like volcanoes, magma, whatever. It's molten rock, but it also has organic matter, and the two combine. And then generally it's quickly cooled when it hits the ocean. And so it has all these little pockets that are called nanotubules. They're called buckyballs and buckyspheres and things like that. And what they do is actually absorb the electromagnetic frequency right into the matter, and then they trap it, and then it gets converted over because the shungite is also under pressure. And so it's also piezoelectric. So it's really quite amazing. Here's a picture of some basic shungite discs that I had made. My friend made them for me. And they have shungite on one side. Well, they have, first of all, the double Merkaba symbol, which is quite powerful. And then there is a layer of shungite. And then on the other side, there's a nice thick layer of copper. And then there's an amplifying spiral. And these, again, are really quite suitable for taking into the bath, especially if you want to detox. If you've had some medical procedures, or you've had some health issues, or you've been exposed to something that you want drawn out of your body, the shungite will do that. So that's why they're so powerful. Next, here is the same disc, but I've showed you the top, the bottom, and on side view. And it has the double Merkaba symbol. It has the shungite. And then it has a layer of, in this case, amethyst. And then it has a layer of, a layer of copper. And then it has a layer of amethyst. And then it's got amplifying spiral on the other side. So these are very, very good if you want to boost your crown chakra or have healing to do with your mind, your head, or even spiritual healing. These are very, very good for that. Next, I want to show you the same disc, except these were made with citrine instead of amethyst. So again, you've got the double Merkaba symbol, you've got the shungite, you've got the layer of thick layer of copper, and then you have the layer of citrine, and then an amplifying symbol. So this is very good for improving mood, circulation. Citrine is also helps to bring abundance. Do your research. Citrine is a wonderful, happy crystal to use. Next is clear quartz. So here's the same discs, the way they've been made, but they have a clear quartz. So you've got the shungite, you've got the double Merkaba, the shungite, the copper, and then you've got the clear quartz. Now, clear quartz is a universal crystal. So it will clean and charge every other crystal, every other piece of orgone that you have, if it doesn't have clear quartz in it, that will keep them. Well, a lot of crystals are in the quartz family, and they all are self-cleaning. So you don't have to really worry about any of the orgone generators needing cleaning. But you may have other things that you feel you want to have cleansed. And certainly it is just so amazing when it goes into the tub with you, into the salty bath. What happens is you are supercharging all of your electrical systems, all of your chakras, and you become intensely electrically charged so that you can heal, so that you can make spiritual contact, so that you can do feel better, just overall feel better, and certainly more relaxed. And clear quartz is also wonderful for fighting EMF. Just retunes it. It's a very powerful crystal. And then I have the same in rose quartz. So again, same thing, except it's rose quartz. So rose quartz serves your heart chakra, but also your higher heart chakra, which is a second part of your secondary chakra system. I haven't gone into it here because it's fairly time consuming, but it definitely is an amazing, amazing crystal that's pretty much the love harmonic of the universe is what it's tuned to. So just think what that's going to do for you, taking that into your bath. So again, I have the regular shungite power disc that has the copper and the amplifier on the other side. And I have quite a few of different small orgone generators that would be suitable for the bath that you can feel free to use anytime you want. So like I said, I keep a little basket of them near right on the edge of the tub. And when I get in, I just scoop up what I want, put it in the tub with me. And I recommend you do these baths at least once a day if you can. It will make such a difference. You may not notice it the first or second time, but within a week, you'll notice a huge difference in your temperament and the way you're feeling and the way you're responding to the pressures that are all around us. So and now, before I conclude, I want to just introduce you to some of the butterflies. They're absolutely gorgeous, and each one is therapeutic in its own way. So I've got one with black obsidian and amethyst. So you might want to do some research. Black obsidian is very powerful for absorbing negative energy, and amethyst is very, very good for supercharging your crown chakra. I also have a black obsidian with citrine. So it has a cleansing and an energizing effect, both in the same butterfly. And you can put, you can get magnets from the dollar store that have a little sticky on one side. Sometimes I include them with the order, and you can just put them on the back. You can stick them, use them as a, you could use magnets or stickies, and you can just put them around your home. You can decorate your place with them. You can use them as fridge magnets. You can use them for all kinds of things. So then next we have the butterfly with black tourmaline and green malachite. So again, black tourmaline, very good for absorbing negative energy. Green malachite is fantastic for your heart chakra, for overall health and healing. And then I have black tourmaline, again, with red jasper. So here you have powerful influence of absorbing negative energy and charging up your root chakra. And I would say your root chakra is the most neglected of all your chakras. People are really into the higher spiritual chakras, but they don't take care of the base and the absolute root. And that's what grounds you to the planet Earth. So you can imagine taking this butterfly or any of the red jasper orgone generators or crystals into the bath with you. You're super grounding your energy system, your physical body, and you're supercharging it and grounding it into the bath, which is grounded to the earth. So you're doing earthing or grounding the same time as you're having the bath, which is great for in the wintertime, because I don't know about you, it's way too cold here to go out in bare feet and try to find me some grass underneath all the snow. Next, we have the clear quartz with amethyst. So again, this is going to energize and cleanse your whole body system and help you to be in touch spiritually. Then there's turquoise with carnelian. I love this combination because the turquoise not only serves your heart and your higher heart, but the carnelian also services your sacral chakra. And so together you're dealing with all kinds of negative emotions, but you're also being lulled into this beautiful, peaceful place of health through your heart chakra. And then the last one is the turquoise with lapis lazuli. So it's both your throat and your third eye chakras are being supported. And this helps you to be able to speak your truth, helps you to open up your third eye. It serves your pineal gland, and it really helps you to feel so, so much better. So these are all suitable for taking in the tub with you. And I recommend that whatever resonates with you is the right one. So people will often say to me, Karen, how do I know which crystal I need? How do I know which orgone generator I need? And the way you're going to know that is what you're just instinctively drawn towards. It's really that simple. So please do make yourself a salty bath. Find some essential oils. There's no wrong or right ones, except you do not want to use ones from the dollar store. You don't want to use cheap bargain knockoff brands. You want to pay a little extra, and you want to get something that's really, really clean and clear, that's not going to add any toxicity to your bath. And then again, crystals. Now, I recommend crystals. Do some research, because there are some crystals that are actually toxic. Like, for instance, I don't use the green malachite as a crystal because it does give off copper and copper ions that can, if you accumulate too much, they can actually produce a toxicity. So what I use is I use green aventurine, or I use some jade. And of course, the orgone generators there, I can have the malachite, and there's no problem because it's encased completely in the resin, which is fully cured, especially by the time you get them, and you don't have to worry about them. So do some research if you're going to use actual crystals in your tub to make sure you know what you're using, and be careful of sharp, pointy parts. And like even clear quartz, if you have a nice shard of clear quartz, if you drop it, it could shatter glass-like bits. You don't want that in your tub, so be very careful. And then, of course, the orgone generators that I've shown you are all safe and effective in the tub. So I'm hoping that this has inspired you to start taking therapeutic baths. Recommend them to your friends, experiment, let me know how you do, and let me know how that's all working out for you. And I wish you much love and light, and I'll be back soon.